David, every month, the Reynolds School District puts out a podcast. It's always in English and Spanish, but this month they say that point could not be more critical. And not just for parents in their district, but for everyone searching for answers.
¿Sabes qué? Did you know? Did you know?
Did You Know is the name of the Reynolds School District's monthly bilingual podcast. The latest episode asks listeners if they know their rights as immigrants.
That's a scary situation for families.
Podcast host Steve Padilla is director of communications for the Reynolds School District. On his latest episode, Padilla interviewed Antonio Ramirez Subiria. He's an immigrants' rights expert with Portland nonprofit Latino Network.
Hopefully we can ease the nerve of some families that are feeling in this moment that we're living in.
About 40% of students in the Reynolds School District are Spanish-speaking. In December, the school board passed a resolution protecting students regardless of their immigration status. It directs staff members to know the district's procedures should an immigration official come onto district property.
Oregon being a sanctuary state, if ICE were to come to our school, we would not allow them in. We would not allow them to interview students. We would not allow them to interview staff. We would, have them stay there. We would contact our attorneys, and they would take it from there.
Padilla says the one exception is if federal officials bring a warrant signed by a judge. During the podcast, Latino Network's legal expert warned that some officers might flash documents signed by their supervisors. But he says without a judge's signed warrant, you don't have to let them into your school, church, or for that matter, your home. And he says ICE agents will often identify themselves simply as police to get sensitive information up front.
They normally identify themselves as police. If somebody comes to your door and says, knock your door and says, I want to talk to you, I'm the police. And we have our rights to ask, what type of agency are you from? In that moment, they have to identify themselves if they're the police or they're ICE.
Finally, legal experts say you always have the right to remain silent.
When it comes to, ICE talking, you don't need to answer. If they ask you what your immigration status is, you do not need to answer that question. You can take the fifth, and they can't do anything about that. They'll try with intimidation tactics, but they have their rights, and so we want to let families and staff know that.
Other school districts, including Portland Public Schools, have passed similar resolutions vowing to protect students regardless of their immigration status. If you want to listen to the full Sabes Que podcast from Reynolds School District, we posted a link on our website, kgw.com. David.
Thanks, Catherine. Appreciate your reporting and all that perspective and context there. Thanks.